Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. So for today's video, I'm going to take you along with me as I do my meal planning and grocery shop for our upcoming camping trip. We did just get back from a camping trip, so I only have 3 days in between, so I don't have to get as many things because you do have a pantry full of stuff in the trailer and our drinks and everything. So there's just a few other things that we're going to do. I did my meal planning last night, but I will take you along and show you how I meal planned and what my thought process was as I plan my meals later on this video. And I will be sure to take you along with me through the grocery shop and show you a haul of what I get after I'm done grocery shopping. So if you do enjoy today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you do enjoy today's video along with the content you see here on my channel, I would love if you consider subscribing and join my YouTube family. So don't forget that red subscribe button and the notification bell so miss any future videos from me. Now let's go do some shopping. And I'm here at Superstore, which is a grocery store here in Canada that has really great prices and I absolutely love. So let's get this done because I have lots to do before I pick up my youngest from preschool.
You had me at hello.
Here's all the different things I need to get for our camping trip. I use the reminders app, the list portion in my iPhone.
I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too. You can ride all the blue. I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday, someday. I've been saving you, and you save me too. Yeah, I need it, don't you need me too? 'Cause I need you. Yeah, so call me anytime that you need a favor. Call me anytime I can come and save you. Oh, oh. Call me anytime that you need a friend. And call me anytime when you're at a tight end. You, I got you, and you got me too. We can always make it through. What we do is what we do. I can take you anywhere, somewhere. We won't be scared. You will see me flying high. I'm staring into your blue eyes. We don't need nobody else.
Alright, so I'm done shopping at Superstore now. I got everything I need from here. All I need was food-wise is I need to get a couple barbecue chickens from Costco, which I won't get till later in the week. Otherwise, I'm going to head home. I'll show you a haul of everything I got. And then I'm going to get everything loaded into the trailer. After that, I will show you guys my meal plan, how I process my meal planning. And if I remember, I'm going to also kind of go over some of the extra stuff I have in my pantry that we don't have in our meal plan, but we have for lunches or dinners if needed. Okay, so this is my grocery haul. It is quite a bit of stuff, but this is everything I'm going to need other than, like I said, like the barbecue chicken. So I'll start over here on the bench. So we have some maple cookies and some Mr. Creamy. These are essentially no-name brand Oreos, but honestly, they taste exactly the same. I have 2-layer jugs of milk because the 4-layer jugs don't fit in our fridge, so this works for us. I have some hamburger buns, some hot dog buns. I have some bread, some bagels that we're going to use for sandwiches or breakfast or whatever. I have some bear paws and arrowroots for the kids. And then over here I have some pepperoni sticks for Paul and I. I got some yogurt tooth for the kids because I thought that might be fun for them as a treat. Some hot dogs. These are like $2 a package, so they're really cheap because we go through lots of hot dogs when we're camping. I got some raspberries, blueberries, and strawberries. I got some toothpicks. I got some more marshmallows because you can never have too many marshmallows for s'mores. I got some deli meat if you want to do sandwiches or egg muffins or something. I got some eggs. I got some hell of a good dip. This stuff is really good for like veggie straws or chips or veggies. So we really like this dip, so it's a treat because we don't normally buy this at home. I got some containers that are different than the ones I have at home because I want us to be able to distinguish them between the trailer and the house so we know if we wash them, they go back in the trailer. So I got some square ones here, and then I got some small round ones, and then some taller round ones. These are great for leftovers and stuff. I got some bananas. I got some barbecue sauce that we use for burgers, or I also use to cook the barbecue chicken with. Got some baby carrots, some broccoli, some apples. I got some ketchup. I decided to get a couple brownie mixes because I do have an oven here in the trailer, so I thought I'd just have some on hand, and then I have to bring some oil and some eggs, and then I can whip up some brownies if you want something different for dessert. I got a whole bunch of these sidekicks. There's some rice ones, some pasta ones. These are great and easy to make for meals. And then I got 4 bag salads. I got 2 kale because we really like the kale one. I got this ranch one, and then I got a Caesar one. So those are really easy and convenient for just whipping up some salad instead of bringing all the toppings and cutting it up and putting it together. That's just much quicker. And then yeah, I got some apples. So this is the haul that I got today from Superstore. Okay, so it's been a week since I actually did my grocery shopping haul, so I apologize because by the time I got done putting all that groceries away and I finished packing the trailer, I just didn't get a chance to sit down and do this meal planning with you guys. So I want to kind of go over quickly, well maybe not so quickly, we'll see, what my meal planning process is for camping. Now, what this works for me, it may not work for you, or I'm hoping it gives you some ideas or ways that you can make your cooking simpler and meal planning simpler when you are away camping, or even if you're staying at a hotel with a kitchen or a resort or that sort of thing where you are doing some cooking. So I love using the reminders app. It's honestly my favorite. I love it for a couple of reasons because number one, I can have lists and everything on here that I can share with my husband. So my husband can see everything that's on here. And also this reminders app is on the iPhone. I don't know what's on Android. I apologize. I don't have an Android phone. I haven't had one in a long time. So this is what I use. And the great thing is then at any point, whether we have cell service or not, if my husband's wondering what's for dinner or for lunch that day, he can just quickly look on here and he can see what it is. I used to have it on a piece of paper, and then I would lose the piece of paper when we were camping. And I was like, oh, what were we gonna have today? And I couldn't remember. So then I forgot what food we had. So what I do here is I go through first and I write out all the dates that we're gonna be away. And then I go through each of those dates and write what meals we need. Do we need just breakfast? Do we need lunch and dinner? Do we need all three? I write that first. Then as far as breakfast is concerned, I just write down all the things we can have. I always have rolled oats and brown sugar so we can make oatmeal. I have eggs, I have English muffins, I have bagels, and then we make pancakes ahead of time for the kids because they like to have pancakes most of the time. So we definitely have a good variety as far as breakfast, and I don't really plan specifically for breakfast because honestly I find breakfast a pretty easy meal. Now what we do as far as lunch is we have our biggest meal at lunch. So what you typically might have for dinner, we have at lunch. Now that can, as far as protein, that can be chicken, salmon, steak. The kids mostly have the chicken. And what we do as far as chicken, to make it simple, is we actually buy the barbecue chicken from Costco before we go. And then my husband cuts it all up, divides into 3 bags, and then I just reheat it with some barbecue sauce, and it takes no time at all. So it's super easy, delicious, and simple. Then we have broccoli or carrots for a vegetable, so I just boil them. And then we pasta or rice, which is we use a sidekicks, which is just a pouch that you add water or milk to and boil it over the stove. So super easy. It's like half an hour or less for all our meal prep and cooking. So that's my goal, is to have the least amount of prep and the least amount of cooking time. So that's what we do for our main meal, because what we found was sometimes by the time we got back to the campsite and we wanted to enjoy a campfire, my husband's trying to make the campfire, I'm trying to get dinner going, and then of course I have all the dishes to do. And then I didn't really get to sit down and enjoy as much of the campfire because I was doing cleanup and everything afterwards. So for example, last Friday when we were at one of the campsites, or last Saturday at one of the campsites we were at, it got really nice in the afternoon. So we had our lunch and then we headed down to the beach. We were down there, didn't get back till about 5:30. But then I had a super easy dinner and least amount of dishes to do when we got back. So that allowed us to enjoy the beach more and stay longer, knowing that dinner didn't involve a lot of prep work. So as far as dinner is concerned, what we typically have is the kids will usually roast hot dogs on the fire, and then my husband and I will have either hot dogs with them, or every other night we'll have burgers and a bag salad just to mix it up a little bit. My oldest could eat hot dogs all day and every day on the fire. So that's what we have for dinner, because then of course all you have is some plates, maybe some cutlery, maybe a flipper, and otherwise dishes are very, very minimal. So it makes for a very quick cleanup afterwards. And then we can enjoy the evening and enjoy and sit by the campfire, and then we can have s'mores and have a drink or have a hot chocolate or whatever, depending on the weather. And just enjoy that time with the kids, because we do head to bed about 8 or 8:30. So we don't have a ton of time in the evening, because we find that we have to all kind of go to bed together just because they're so young. It's easier if we all go in the trailer together, we all get ready for bed together and all go to bed together. So we find that's the easiest way for us. We do go in the trailer and play some games, play like Go Fish or something with the kids once they're all changed for bed. But we just find it gives them that quiet time, and then we kind of just get everyone settled in for bed. So really, when you have dinner, if you have dinner at 6:30 and you're going to bed at 8 or 8:30, that doesn't give you a lot of time to cook dinner, clean up, and then actually enjoy the campfire. So this is what we found has worked out fantastic. So I highly recommend, if you're away and you're going to be doing some outings or spending the time at the beach, do your big meal in the middle of the day, because it makes your evening that much more relaxing and that much easier. And yes, my kids eat hot dogs the whole entire time we're gone for dinner. But you know what? That's okay, because at home, they don't get to do that. So that's kind of the meal portion of it. Now, as far as snacks are concerned, I have lots of different snacks on hand, because I don't know about your kids, but my kids, I feel like, are hungry 24/7. They go to school and they go for a couple hours without having a snack, but at home, every 2 seconds, they're coming to me with because they're hungry. So I have a few different things on hand. I like to have some fruit on hand. So we have strawberries and raspberries and blueberries, bananas and apples. And then we have some yogurt tubes, some individual yogurts, some applesauce pouches, some individual applesauce. We have bear paws. We have fish crackers. I have some regular crackers. We can always do crackers and cheese. We have some chips. We have some bagged popcorn. And we have some veggie straws and dip. So we definitely don't starve. Plus, we have tons of marshmallows. I have big ones and mini ones, and then I have some chocolate chips as well, because if you ever want to make what's called a banana boat, which is basically you cut the middle of the banana out, and then you put some mini marshmallows in there and some chocolate chips, put the peel back on, wrap it in tin foil, and put it by the embers on the fire. It is so good because everything gets melted and gooey and delicious. I also have the celebration cookies, which have like a cookie-like wafer texture sort of with or cookie texture with some chocolate already on it, and that's what we use for our s'mores. Plus I have graham crackers. So we definitely are not going to starve. As far as drinks are concerned, we have milk, water, apple juice for the kids because they don't get it at home, so it's like a bit of a treat. We have some pop and some alcoholic beverages. So I definitely have way more food than we ever need. I also carry on hand some stuff that's not planned in our meals. I always have some spaghetti and some sauce. I have some canned soup and some boxed chicken noodle soup, because those things are good to have on hand. If you know, if it's a really cool evening and you're feeling something warm, maybe you'll have a bowl of soup. Or if you just don't feel like having the meat and rice and veggies or whatever, maybe you'll have spaghetti instead. Or if you're not feeling like having hot dogs and burgers, maybe you'll have some spaghetti instead. So I like to have extra food on hand that can stay in the pantry, that's not going to go bad. Just in case, because I just like to have some other options and that sort of thing on hand, just because you never know. And snacks, I definitely have way more than we needed. Like I brought home, so my pantry was still like practically full when we came back, but that's okay. And then I have things for sandwiches. So if we're going out for, say, for the afternoon, we want to pack a lunch with us, I have bread and I have, you know, tomatoes and cheese and ham and peanut butter and jam. So I have enough stuff to make some sandwiches for us on the go. I have containers that I keep in there as well, and some Ziploc bags. So like the other day I put some fish crackers in a Ziploc bag for the kids. Tips I have for you guys is, number one, keep it simple, because you don't want to spend your whole entire time prepping. So you want to have the least amount of prep work and honestly the least amount of cooking time, because that's better. And the least amount of dishes. So if you can do something that's just in a pot that doesn't involve a whole bunch of knives and cutting boards and that sort of thing, that's a great alternative as well. So that's what I would say. Number two, try to think of things that hopefully your kids will enjoy more if you have some picky kids, and that honestly makes your life easier. So if flipping your meals like we did, have your bigger meal at lunch and then having their easier meal at dinner makes your life so much more easier and relaxing, then do that. Be flexible in your meals. You don't have to stick to the, you know, generic breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the bigger meal at dinner. Having the bigger meal at lunch can sometimes work well for your day. Or if you have a day that you're going out in the morning, coming back after lunch, so you have sandwiches for lunch and they have hot dogs for dinner, oh well, that's just how it goes. And never be afraid to, if you have the room, to have the extra food with you, because it's so nice to know that you're not going to run out of food. They have everything you need, you know, because the last thing you also want to do when you're at a campsite is to have to run to the store to get something, because that just takes a portion of your day. Because depending on where the campsite is versus the town, it could take you an hour or an hour and a half round trip just to go get some extra food. So try to have a little bit extra on hand. Because we have a fridge and a freezer, that makes a huge difference. I can put some extra bread and buns and everything in the freezer and some extra meat in the freezer, and then our fridge wasn't completely full but was fairly full, but we were gone for 7 days. So you know, make sure you top up your mayonnaise and your ketchup. We carry an extra bottle of ketchup in the pantry because that's something we go through quite a bit, especially with all the hot dogs and burgers. So make sure all your condiments are topped up. Don't bring a half-used bottle of, you know, mayonnaise. Make sure that you top it off. We have a smaller one we use in the trailer, but we make sure it's topped off and full when we leave. Same with peanut butter. We have a full container of peanut butter. It's not the regular container because we buy the big bulk one from Costco, but we make sure that's topped off as well. So just keep that in mind, top everything off, and that sort of thing. So if you have any questions for me, definitely let me know in the comments below. I would be happy to answer them. And I just kind of want to share with you guys what's worked for us for meal planning, because we are a family of 5, so I can't just kind of wing it the whole entire trip. I do have to have a plan. So that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope today's video helped you guys out with, you know, seeing my grocery shop and my haul for my camping trip, and then kind of going through what I do for a bit of meal plan process. I really hope it helped you and gave you some ideas for whether you're camping or something going on a family vacation where you're going to be doing some cooking, not just eating out the whole entire time. So if you did enjoy today's video, please give it a thumbs up, as that does help my channel a lot. If you did enjoy today's video, along with the content you see here on my channel, I would love if you consider subscribing and joining my YouTube family. So don't forget that red subscribe button and the notification bell so it makes any future videos for me. It would help my channel out so much, and it's completely free for you to do so. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoy some of your upcoming vacations, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!